All right, we are wrapping up a 6-mile run. We'll get a little bit more light. You'll see River here in a minute. We had his disco collar on. That's like really cool fiber optic looking collar that lights up and rotates through colors. And the juice ran out. So he is the darkness, the ghost. I'm wearing mostly gray, so I guess I'm the ghost and he's the darkness. But it'll light up here in a second when we get up to here. Wanted to talk briefly about one specific tip for cold weather running. Here you go. There you go. Now you can see. Got the sun coming up over here. And it's about making sure you, while you're wearing all your layers and such, it's also important to remember to not make them too tight, especially your socks and your gloves. So it doesn't really get cold enough in Texas to wear really, really heavy stuff and have it out all the time. We all own some, but have to dig it out every once in a blue moon. Hey, birds. Oh, by the way, when I started out this morning, I think it was 26 degrees Fahrenheit. So a degree or two below 0 Celsius. So it's pretty cold. And up until this morning, it's been really, really windy. And that really makes running and biking outside in the cold not fun. And I've done years and years of riding with snowing and bike bottles freezing my ass off. And I'm looking for a good time to cross. I think we'll wait a little bit longer. And I went swimming at lunch a couple days ago. And even though it was only like 40 something degrees, the wind made it suck so bad that I was like, okay, I think I'm done. And you can be badass for a while, and after a while, you're like, okay, this isn't that fun anymore. And so I'm really excited. I was on the fence about swimming or running this morning because I biked yesterday morning indoors. Let's do a little bit of fuel. Hold up. Oh. A little bit of fuel, a little bit of water, about 100 calories over the whole run. Got somebody coming up here. I'm gonna turn the camera so I'm not filming them. No. Stop. River's always trying to protect me. Just acting tough. So, back to layers. So what I do most of the time is just enough to wear like lots of thin layers. But anyway, so I'm wearing double gloves and double socks right now, but they're just regular gloves and regular socks. There's nothing, and the gloves are really thin, like lightweight running glove kind of stuff. And I'm wearing double thin long sleeve shirts and a running vest. I'll get a picture of me here in a second. I'll turn the camera on next time he stops. But I also have a condition called peripheral neuropathy, but mine seems to be, there's all kinds of variations of it. Mine seems to be pressure sensitive, pressure related or pressure induced, something like that. So if I sleep with socks on that are what a normal person wouldn't think twice about, or if I go biking and running with socks on that normally wouldn't affect somebody, it makes my feet hurt and also go kind of numb. So I'm kind of like an advanced case of a normal thing that you should know, is that when you wear stuff that's a little bit tight on your feet and hands, that pressure reduces blood flow. And then that reduced blood flow, you're reducing the warm blood that's going and heating stuff up. So I found that not just for me, but it's a good tip for everybody in the more extreme conditions. Is to make sure that whatever you're wearing on your hands and feet is just a little bit loose. But that's for everybody, not just me. But there's also, like I always like to say, happiness is doing two things at once. Master, how do I find happiness? Do two things at once. That's it. But it makes you feel like really productive and you're happy. Not necessarily multitasking, but if two things like work out to coincide to be beneficial. You smell something? Okay, let me try to get snot off my beard. How's it going? Got a beanie hat, double socks. It's 26 degrees, but I'm still wearing shorts. And I'm fine. And then, yeah, double gloves. You can kind of see the double, maybe, right there. I've got a glove liner and then just a regular glove. And hold on just a second. All right, River had a poop dangling. No matter how badass they are, they're still babies sometimes. So, the extra space and looseness actually traps air a little bit better. And that air will keep you warmer, that trapped air. I've noticed, for example, with cycling shoes, what do you see? Is there something over here? Is there a deer? With cycling shoes, I do need to take a little bit more fuel. The last bit before we finish up this run. Is that I've learned because of that pressure thing that I buy cycling shoes that are just a little bit too big. But then I've noticed that they actually stay cooler in the summer and warmer in the winter. Because in the summer, they'll get extra airflow through them because there's room for air to flow through. And then in the winter, they give me room to wear an extra pair of socks, and those socks fluff up in that extra space. What a pretty sunrise. I got a couple really good pictures this morning of us running in the moonlight when his collar was lit up. I'll post that on Instagram, the Zen Triathlon on Instagram. But anyways, the socks, extra pair of socks or like thicker socks, but make sure they're fluffy and they take up that room in that larger. Same thing with my running shoes too. Once you get up to size 13, over 12, they come just in whole sizes. And really, I should probably wear like a 12 and a half, or it depends on the brand. But I got to go with 13, and and I wear them a little bit loose. And I find that the fluffiness of the socks stops both, gives more that extra airspace. It keeps it from moving, and then the air that you've heated up stays there. Let's be careful here, Woody. Okay, let's see. Let's go. Anyway, nice little run. I might swim at lunch today because it's warmer. Well, because of the wind, the lack of wind. So if you go out running and it sucks because it's super windy, maybe you don't have to do that. Don't judge it. Go on a different day when it's not as windy. It's way, way better. I think last year was the first year I started wearing a neck gaiter for cold training and cold races. And man, that really, really helped. Because especially if you got a skinny neck, your blood is all going through your neck, and your neck isn't insulated. It's got a lot of surface area that's going to let that blood get cold. And that's it. All right. Oh, we're gonna have an adventure with the dog here. Be back.